Is it your first time in the Middle East?
Yes.
What's your impression?
I'm digging it. It's fine.
Well, I'm asking because, you know, the image of Middle Easterners in Hollywood is not the most positive one. And you, last year, you said that American Muslims are the new blacks, right?
Oh my God, we're going all the way back there? Yeah, I said that, yeah.
My question is, how could Muslims reach what African Americans have achieved in Hollywood? Let's talk about Hollywood. Because this year, if you look at the movies, we see like vying for awards, Fences, Loving, Moonlight. It's incredible success.
Okay.
How Muslims can achieve that, do you think?
I don't know. I guess you're asking cinematically, though, right?
Yeah, Hollywood.
Yeah. I don't know. The stories have to be told, I guess, and I guess a wider appeal for the film, or young, you know, Muslim Americans start telling their stories the same way, you know, African Americans, you know, fought and found ways to make films about their lives and their experiences, and letting people know that their experiences living in that particular space aren't any different than anyone else living in that space. You got the same, you know, get up everyday problems that everybody else has. And the stories need to be compelling, and I guess, you know, as usual with everything else, you know, something that relates to the common experiences of the people who are coming to see those films.
From your experience in Hollywood, do you think Hollywood has contributed to this negative image of Muslims and Arabs? And by the way, I would like to remind you, Rules of Engagement was kind of considered by the Arab American League of Anti-Discrimination as the worst film in terms of racism towards Arabs.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I like
What,
that
didn't you
movie.
hear about all that?
I like that movie.
I mean,
No, we
Paramount,
didn't.
you know, Paramount had to apologize.
No, I had no idea. No,
You
I
were
didn't know
the
anything
star of
about
the
that.
movie.
Yeah, but they don't
You're
talk
the
to us
hero.
about those things. I mean, that's like upstairs somewhere.
So when you read
Yeah.
the script, you didn't feel anything wrong about it?
It was a story about American soldiers in a place, you know, doing something. It was no different than a story to me about Vietnam and the things that, you know, soldiers did when they were out there in the heat of battle, and sometimes people make mistakes. So it was one of those, you know, war mistake movies for me, you know, and I thought it was important to tell. And like I said, the characters were compelling, the situation was compelling. I had an opportunity to go make a movie in Morocco.
Oh, that's
So-
what, it was shot in Morocco.
Yeah, in Ouarzazate.
Well, I recall the Yemeni ambassador also complained.
Oh,
because
did he?
Of course,
See, we didn't know about
the
that.
Yemenis were portrayed as terrorists, all of them. Even the little girl was a terrorist.
Well, see, that's
you were the
question.
victim.
That's the question in the movie.
Yeah.
Did they have guns or did they not have guns? Did they attack the embassy or did they not attack the embassy? I mean, there have been other movies made about the very same thing, you know, recently. You know, so no, we didn't know about it. As an actor, we just tell the stories. You know, I go in there. I hung out with those people a lot. You know, but I guess they were Moroccans. But you know, so the question was, did that little girl have a big gun in her hand, or was she just standing there? Or were those people actually shooting at the embassy? I mean, the bullet holes in the embassy came from somewhere. So everybody has their side of the story. They just didn't tell that side of the story, unfortunately. So I don't know. When you're doing stories about terrorism now, that happens to be the thing. You know, way back when they made war movies, it was always, you know, Japanese or Germans. They're still making those movies. I mean, Brad Pitt just did that. So, apples and oranges. You know.
So do you?
Somebody's got to be the bad guy sometimes. You
Yeah.
know? And I guess, you know, if you make your movies, we can be the bad guy in your movie. I will definitely come and be the ugly American in any movie you want to make about it.
No, I don't want you to be the ugly American because you've suffered enough
Yeah, okay.
to go and wear that hat. It's not fair. But I want to ask you now about the filmmakers. You saw there are Arab filmmakers here who are trying to change that. How important do you think those voices of filmmakers from the Middle East?
They're very important. Like I said, we want to know where you came from, how you exist every day, and what forms the opinion in your life. The majority of Americans probably think that every Muslim in this part of the world wants to kill them, or they don't realize that, you know, there are moderate Muslims, there are extremists, there are, you know, whatever, like in every society. We have crazy Christians, you know, same thing. And the only way we'll find that out is by these young filmmakers telling their stories. And telling some stories where religion has no part in their lives whatsoever. Because everybody doesn't get up every day, you know, and pray 5 times a day. You know, there are people that don't do that too. So the only way for us to find that out is through these young people telling their stories and telling the story of their lives and what their similarities are and what their frustrations are in terms of trying to reach their life goals, or how easy it is for some people to do it, how difficult it is for others to do it, what the day-to-day struggle is for some people as opposed to the ease of life that other people have, or raising a family and taking your kids and hoping for a brighter future, what that future is that you wish for your kids and how you want to achieve that particular thing and the way you raise them and what you teach them about the world. You know, America is one of those strange kind of countries. I mean, everybody thinks it's, you know, the gold standard or something, but, you know, it's like 70% of Americans don't even have passports. Right? You know, they don't even leave the country. You know? So they don't have a real worldview other than the one that they're fed. So if your filmmakers are telling their particular stories, you can feed them that, you know, and hopefully they'll be interested enough to, you know, watch it and learn something.
But do you feel, or are you concerned by the rise of the Trumpism that includes all the white supremacists and the racism that is kind of these days is rising?
Yes.
We were doing something with the BBC called the BBC Arab Festival for that purpose, to bring Arab art and Arab artists and their work and show it to the world and present the positive image you're talking about. How important such a project is, in your opinion?
Oh, very. I mean, there's the huge concern that the rest of the world has with the Muslim sensibility has to do with the few people we see that perform extreme acts. So to find out that everybody is not complicit in that is a very important thing, you know, to show the rest of the world that you are as shocked and as appalled as everyone else is. That this is not the majority opinion, because we're out here trying to do this, that, and the other. We're trying to live a certain way, and we want to live in peace and harmony with everyone else in the world in a certain way. And this is what we do to try and achieve that. Everybody's not doing that other thing. And that's, you know, that's the important thing for everyone to know.
And you think film can achieve that?
Of course.